is Cece, and today I'm going to be reviewing my favorite plot episode from Season 2 of Tangled series / Rapunzel's Tangled Adventure, Keeper of the Spire. This is definitely one of my favorite episodes from Season 2, but it's also one of the more annoying ones because of freaking Calliope. If you don't know who Calliope is, you'll find out later in this video. This episode was also really funny. So let's get on to the review. So Adira tells Rapunzel that she needs to get the third piece of the scroll that she has, which means she has to go to the Spire and get that third piece. So they go to where, the keeper is, where they think the keeper lives, and they're introduced to this woman named Calliope. Not gonna lie, the first thing I thought about when I heard her name was, kaleidoscopes and Vanellope Von Sweets from Wreck-It Ralph. I don't know why, but I did. Anyway, Calliope has a bunch of artifacts from, different things and, historic things in their mythology. She basically protects them from the outside world, or actually protects the outside world from them. I don't know how deep that goes. But anyway, Rapunzel reveals to her that she needs to get the third piece of the scroll, and apparently there are a bunch of different scrolls. There's one that was on Tiri, there was another one, I can't remember its name, and then there was one, it was the scroll of Tangier, but it was more like a brochure or whatever, I don't know. So the scroll piece that Rapunzel's looking for is at the top of the spire, and seriously, every freaking time Rapunzel says Spire, Calliope would freaking correct her on it. Even though she'd say the exact same way Rapunzel would say it. So after a while, I'll go back and forth between Spire, 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 Spire over and over and over again. Cass literally becomes mood, and she's just like, do you have the scroll or not? And this is probably my favorite, or one of my favorite parts of this episode. But Calliope looks at Rapunzel and goes, I get it, moms can be so impatient. And Cass is like, Mom, I am 4 years older than her. You know what that means. We finally figured out Cassandra's age! She's 23! Because Rapunzel is 19 now, and that means it's 19 plus 4 is 23. To be honest, I thought she was slightly younger than that, but around that age. Oh, wait a minute. You guys know about that dead ship of Varian and Cassandra? Varian was 14, but now that it's been a year, he's 15. That makes them 8 years apart? And even if they were a couple, they would have been oh gosh, it's hard to say. They would have been like a Rapunzel and Eugene, because they're 8 years apart. Oh my god. Well, at least that ship is dead, I think. Anyway, not gonna lie, this whole part of the episode confused me. I was taking it way too literal. I was like, what does Cass mean she's older than her? Is she talking about Calliope or some other person? And then I asked my mom, she goes, oh, she means she's 4 years older than Rapunzel. And I'm just like, wait, what? And then Calliope said something like, I saw the crow's feet and I assumed. And again, I had no idea what she meant by that. I was like, is she making fun of her stance or something like that? Later, I actually Googled it. It's actually light wrinkles around the eyes that older people have. Although she's not that old. She's 4 years younger than Eugene. And who knows how old Lance is? I don't know. It was all confusing. Let's move on. So Calliope said that she'll help them get to the top of the spire, but she said that they'd be doing that the next day because it's a full day climb. Then she says something in French, something like bonsoir or something like that. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. And they're like, what does that mean? And here's where I got extremely annoyed. She literally says, it's French. So you mean to tell me that you, corrected a girl who said spire correctly the entire time, but then you say French instead of French? You stupid child. She's not even a child. Why did I call her that? So the next day they're climbing, and Rapunzel is still kind of stressed and annoyed with Calliope, like we all are at this point. And Lance shows Rapunzel his stress reliever that he named Saki. Okay. It was one of those squish things, you squeeze them when you're stressed or whatever. And suddenly we enter the montage of what I like to call Calliope is the most annoying person ever and ticked off the gang. And in that montage, she loses Cass's sword, and Rapunzel accidentally murders Saki. Let's try that again. What am I doing with myself? But don't worry, I have his cousin named Squishy. Oh wait, he's dead too. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Rest in peace, Saki and Squishy. Let's get back to the review. So Calliope realizes that she led the gang the wrong way, so the group's all mad. And so they hear this growl, and they realize it's coming from the keeper of the Spire's, like, guard or whatever. It was a thing called the Curlock. To be honest, I thought of the Witch of Warlock from that, like, Santa Claus Coming to Town movie. Anyway, they end up being getting chased into a cave, like, because the Curlock is chasing them. What are my words nowadays? They get chased into a cave, basically. So Lance finds a way out of the cave, and Calliope, being the stupid child that she is, I'm just gonna refer to her as that from now on, she takes all the credit, for goodness sake. Ugh. So they find themselves at the top of the mountain where the Spire's vault is. And while Calliope is trying to open the door with the key, they realize this is also where the Curlock is living. So they end up, like, splitting up and, like, Calliope and Rapunzel go to, like, one tree, and then everyone else goes to another tree. They climb up the trees for some reason. Part of me thinks that's a good idea, and part of me thinks that it's not a good idea. But anyway, it's revealed to us that Calliope is not the real keeper of the Spire, but the keeper of the Spire's assistant. Of course. And she gives us a little bit of her backstory. She basically did, like, magic tricks in, like, the streets. And to be honest, in, like, the flashback or whatever it was in the streets, it looked like Varderos to me, so, yeah. I don't know if that has anything to do with anything, but yeah. So the keeper basically went up to her and asked her to be his assistant, and that's how it happened. And basically, a few months ago, the keeper left, and she felt like she had no purpose, until the gang came along. So I can kind of see why she was a little condescending, because she wanted to impress them or something. But it was still so annoying. Anyway, they go back to, like, the Spire's vault, and the Curlock is still there. So basically the way they, like, distract the Curlock is for Calliope to do, like, a magic thing. Like, do a bunch of magic tricks on him to get him, like, fall over a cliff onto some poison elm. To be honest, that was kind of a weird way to distract him. Kind of like how in Return of Quaid, you know, like, where Vex and Captain Quaid, like, to stop the collector with, like, honey. I don't know, I'm tired. So they get into the Spire's vault, and boy, let me tell you, I am pretty sure there are, like, a bunch of Easter eggs in there. There was, like, the spinning wheel from Sleeping Beauty, the sword and the stone. There was, like, Mickey's, like, magician hat. I'm pretty sure there was, like, a broom from Fantasia. There were also some vases that looked like they were from Hercules. And this last one, I don't know if it was an Easter egg, but personally, I think it's an Easter egg. Mother Gothel's cloak. There's, like, a cloak hanging in there, and, like, so, to me, it looks like Mother Gothel's cloak. That last one might not be an Easter egg, so don't take my word for that. So they get the third piece of the scroll, and the keeper suddenly comes back. And he says the entire time he was gone was a test for Calliope to see if she was worthy to be the keeper of the Spire. And she passed. Yeah. And he said the reason why he left was, like, to teach her a lesson of, like, to remind her why he chose her to be his assistant. And Rapunzel's like, for crying out loud, that beast thing almost killed us. There has to be an easier way you could have taught her that lesson. And the keeper actually tells us that a Curlock is actually his pet. And Calliope ends up getting, like, a baby one. It looks adorable. I don't know if this one's Easter egg too, but my mom and I both think it looks a lot like the bears from Braid, like little brothers. To me, it also reminded me of, like, that Rudolph movie. Why is this episode reminding me of so many different Christmas things? I mean, come on. Look how cute this is. Anyway, Calliope is like, thanks for helping me. And Rapunzel's like, I'm glad you found what you found. And Cass, she's like, too bad you couldn't find my sword. And again, stupid child Calliope is like, she's like, kind of like, oh, didn't I? And Cass looks, and Calliope's just like, haha, made you look. Seriously? For the entire episode, Cass would pick her up by her shirt and basically threaten her. So, Calliope, not a smart move. And again, this is one of my favorite parts of the episode. Cass just, like, gives this face and is, like, staring at her. And Eugene's like, if she makes that face, that means we gotta go. And so they're, like, dragging her by her arms, like, as they're, like walking away. And Cass is, like, staring back at her. Look at this. Look how, like, they're dragging her away. She's, like, staring at them. I pretty much just die laughing. So later when the gang gets back to the caravan, they unroll that third piece of the scroll. And it shows a guy in a hood. And they don't know who it is. Yet, the end of the scene cuts to Adira, like, smiling and then walking away. So Adira knows who it is. To be honest, I think it's Demanitus. Because everywhere I read about Season 2, it says that Demanitus is gonna be in Season 2. So, yeah. The weird thing that I just noticed, Hookfoot and Shorty weren't even in this episode. Well, I mean, at the beginning of the episode, like, Shorty was sleeping. But what were they doing? I don't know. Probably being lazy. Although there really isn't any reason to put them in the episode. So, forget what I said about Hookfoot and Shorty. So yeah, that was Keeper of the Spire. The next episode is King Pascal. And the definition of that episode, or like description of that episode, is tiny islanders, the Lorbs mistake Pascal for their mystical ruler. The chameleon loves the adultation, until he's expected to protect his people from a vicious monster. Again, I am losing my words today. In some of the Disney Channel promos, they do show a quick 1-second sneak peek of it. But yeah, what were your guys' thoughts on the episode Keeper of the Spire? Personally, it's one of my favorites. To be honest, my top 3 favorites from season 2 so far are Freebird, Keeper of the Spire, and Forest No Return. My number 1 favorite from season 2? I have no idea. They're all amazing, so let's just say that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to join the CC Squad. And if you have any suggestions for your future videos, let me know in the comments down below. Also, I have Musical.ly or TikTok, whatever it's called now. I'm gonna just say TikTok. My Musical.ly/TikTok, whatever it is called, is in the description. It's at CC Music Mermaid, all lowercase. Why does everything I like or do change its name? I don't know. My Disney and Tangled series Amino are also in the description. It's Cassandra with the sword emoji before it and after it. So yeah, that's also in the description. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Mwah. Bye!